the ego is here to carry out what the conference within deems to be the right next step. So embracing that we are in charge, we are the president, and if we listen to the conference within, that it will never steer us wrong. So, you know, when the magic 8 ball shakes around and, you know, whatever spins out and there's your message, go with it. Go with the flow on this one. Welcome back as we continue our deep dive into astrology. There are 360 degrees. We're taking a look at 2 each time, the opposite signs on the wheel, because they are a reflection of each other. They give us more insight to each of the degrees, and their energy is useful on both ends of the axis. Today we're on Capricorn Cancer 20. Without further ado, let's jump into Cancer 20. Venetian gondoliers in a serenade. A poet mesmerizing listeners with his wondrous poems. A keyboard which plays colors. Many brightly colored tropical fish. Singing and laughter echoing through a network of canals. Our stone here is ruby, and both stones will be in the description if you'd like to take a closer look. Ruby boosts our creativity, loyalty, honor, compassion. It brings wealth and joy, love, sexual vigor, and power. It helps regulate weight, the pituitary gland, and stimulates circulation. It heals infections and lowers cholesterol. It gives us protection of home and possessions and family. It improves energy levels and aids in concentration. I could have kept going, so if you're drawn to ruby, check it out. There's a lot of information out there. A lot of singing going on here, a lot of music, melody. So a degree for singers and songwriters, poets. It feels a bit like Pisces in the way that it flows, like we're meant to embrace the flow here. If we try to nail it down and dissect it, understand it, we lose it. So it's embracing the flow, that things will come in right time. If you trust yourself enough to act on impulse and know that you always have right timing, you will have impeccable timing. So water and fish, playing music. It's that elusive quality that we're meant to embrace here. It's like when you hear a song from your childhood, and it brings you right back to it. So it's a way of time travel through hearing things. And it can be music and song, but it can also be voices in your head, choirs of angels. Music has an allure and a mystery, and can't touch it, but you can. You can feel it, you can hear it, you can sense it. So it's the elusiveness of music is going on here. Embracing the idea that the spiritual flux that we're feeling on this degree is actually more concrete than physical stability. So this is a psychic degree. You can sense things and feel things. Integration of our emotions. So trusting our emotions, that they are guiding us, and if we follow them and we trust ourselves, they take us where we need to go. This is the epitome of what it is to be an artist, not so much in what they make, but how they live, how they think, to be caught up in our work. Like someone who can create beautiful music by embracing their imagination and all that they are, they tap into this beautiful chorus of life, and they're able to get swept up in it. So that is definitely going on here. Going with the flow, like a Venetian gondolier, you flow with life. Let's take a look at Capricorn 20. A hidden choir singing during a religious service. A host of angels in conference. Many different perfumes carried by a breeze. As a choir sings, angelic voices join in. a small enclave of a secret society that has existed for centuries. The stone here is Petalite. It sharpens and enhances psychic gifts like telepathy and clairvoyance, mediumship. It aligns the entire energy system. It raises it up. It is good for ADD and ADHD, excessive worry and stress. It helps reduce electromagnetic interference when placed in a room. Benefits the cells, eyes, lungs, muscular spasms, and intestines. It aids in the healing of the endocrine system, aids in healing cancer. It heals ancestral and family wounds. It reaches out to beyond the point where everything went wrong. It soothes the emotional body. In my notes, many notes on this particular degree, where I have heard messages from Spirit. So if we listen on this day to our dreams, they will guide us. And it's truth talking to you. Hearing conversations when you're talking on the telephone that aren't your conversation, like you're overhearing voices. So a lot of overhearing of other people talking or talking in your head. I made a note where a customer said her computer was talking to her. So interesting things happening with, yeah, here it is. Customer said her computer talked to her, said, "You have a virus." And I saw a hooded man in a robe. I saw the torso of him, but no head. Or it was hidden, like he was way back in, it was deep, and he was warning me that I was off track. So warnings from Spirit, warnings from angels can come through on this day. Mine was a dream. Hers was her computer talking to her. I've also overheard, like when I was talking on the phone, I would hear other people, like another conversation coming through. So lots of conversations coming through, and if we pay attention to them, they're giving us clues of which way to go. What's the next way to turn? Are you doing something that you need to stop doing? So there's definitely an angel theme, choirs. One thing that was mentioned here, and it was pretty beautiful, it gives you a visual of what's happening here, is a cathedral, beautiful cathedral, a religious service, and there is a choir, but it's hidden. All you can hear is their voice. So it's tapping into what you hear and trusting it, trusting the voices in your head. So I think here Spirit does talk to us. So if our ego has got us going off in a wrong direction, it is trying to help us right our course on this degree. The other thing that we need to embrace is feeling whole. We want a feeling of wholeness here. One other example that I can give that kind of paints a picture is there was a show, and I don't know how long it ran, I only watched a couple seasons, but the United States of Terra. I had an interesting dream once, and it was surreal. For those of you who are just now joining in, hello, welcome. My dreams have always been very strong, and yeah, they continue to this day. They're still strong. In color, very vivid, all that kind of stuff. So I had this one dream where I was shaken awake, like I could feel myself being shaken, and said, "You are the President of the United States." So with the United States of Terra, here on this degree, we are to embrace that we are the United States of all of our beings. Before I was getting ready for this show, I meditated this morning, and what I was meditating on was that I embrace all of the pieces and parts of myself. We are all here, we are whole. Almost a visualization of like a wheel that spins, like a globe that spins, and whatever it is we need at the time, like there's a little window on the front and it's a globe, so almost like, you know, the magic 8-ball. The ego is here to carry out what the conference within deems to be the right next step. So embracing that we are in charge, we are the president, and if we listen to the conference within, that it will never steer us wrong. So, you know, when the magic 8 ball shakes around and, you know, whatever spins out and there's your message, go with it. Go with the flow on this one. One of the key words here is plenitude. Plenitude. It is the state of being full or complete. Trusting that we have the answers, we always know how to proceed, and if we don't try to analyze it to death, we just go with the flow, we trust our instincts, we are truthful with ourselves, we are truthful with others, that the guidance that we need is always there to take the next right step. So that's what I've got for you today. Thank you so much for being here. If you're seeing me on Rumble, hello, new subscribers. I appreciate you guys. If you're seeing me on YouTube, I'm now available on Rumble. Link is in the description. And take care till next time. Leave me a comment if you like. Subscribe for more. Bye-bye.